You understand what I'm saying, people? I can't get no more real than this. How do I know these things? From the Bible. You know, a preacher every week, they telling you to give, and you got money, you got bills to pay. If you that foolish to put your bills on hold, and God gave you funds to manage your house well, and the preacher's making you feel bad because you ain't giving 10%. You might be giving more than 10%. Oh. And them people who rich think that 10% enough. Think about it now. Because it's more buildings. Now, the reason why people tithe to churches, let's break this down. So the God's storehouse will be full, right? We want God's storehouse to be full, so we give to the church. So who is that money for? People. It's not just for the pastor. Because the pastor's getting more money from people. Now he want to get a bigger house. What about the people that need houses and need their bill paid? This year in Alabama right now, everybody power bill went up double. You should be able to go to church and be like, hey, I got double the pleasure. I got a double power bill right now. Can you help? Well, not excuses. I ain't saying you can help everybody, but that's what that storehouse for. The house of the Lord is supposed to have money for who? For the preacher alone? For the deacon? Only for the people that work there. Wrong again. It's for anybody that needs help. Same with our funds. It's for anybody that needs help. But you know, you can't be everybody at once. So that's why, just imagine if every soul on the earth called on God in order to do the right thing. Imagine how good the world would be through God, through us. But it's not. Because the Bible tells us that there are few. He said, pray. What he said, pray for? Pray to send laborers into the harvest. What kind of laborers? Christ laborers. That's going to do what God wants them to do in order to make the world a better place and snatch many people out for the word to get ready for the major place that God is going to do when he cleanses it. But in the meantime, it's up to you to keep your territory in order with what he gives you. Now, let's say tomorrow you wake up and you hit the lottery. Now everything you taught is going to come into play. Because I'll be watching stuff like, I think the last person that won billions, he donated most of it to charity. Maybe God put it in his heart to do that. But how can you trust a charity? That's kind of foolish, don't you think? So I'm going to give you all this money to a charity for cancer. For cancer. That's all you worry about, cancer. Now you're trusting in what they're going to do with it. You know,
there's a speed trap ahead.
He does. But what is it all about? Why does God want to give you abundance? Your whole mindset changes as a Christian. I remember before I became a Christian, I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be famous. Why did I want to be rich and famous? For me. I wanted to be famous like everybody on TV. I wanted to have a big house, this many cars, this many houses, and this and that. Then I found God. And slowly but surely, my mentality changed. Not saying I don't want abundance. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I want that white house with the picket fences. But I know it's not truly all about that. I need to learn how to be content too. I need to learn how to be happy. And I remember I used to always want to open up a nightclub, a bar, something for adults to have fun and get drunk and do stuff like that. Now, I'm a Christian now. I don't want to open up a bar. Why? It's not that the bar is wrong. It's that I can't teach other people how to control themselves. And I know when alcohol is involved, it's going to become a problem. So I'd rather people just tame themselves. I'm not finna put it out there, even though I could. I could. It ain't my fault that you get drunk. It ain't the bar fault that you got drunk. It ain't. Just like with medication and pills. It's not the pharmaceutical company's fault that you overdosed and took something wrong. It's your fault. It's their fault for making something so deadly. But it's your fault for taking it. Do you understand? We can't blame God for nothing. We just got to look at it from that perspective. You know, that's like you want somebody to fix something that you don't believe. That's so crazy. A lot of non-believers, when they get mad, they cry, where's God in the situation? Well, you don't believe in him. So that means, okay, let's say a bombing happens in Mobile, Alabama, on the bridge, and they blow the bridge and they kill 200 people in that instance. 200 people die. Then you can see the news. What was God in all of this? He's around. He's here. But why call on him now? You're kind of too late. How you gonna call on God after the fact? That's like I die after I did everything in the world I wanted to do. And then I'll be like, can I call on God now? It's too late. You can't call on God, but after, now you can call on God after calamity. I ain't lying. You can do that. But I'm saying, imagine if you call on God beforehand. He said, I will send my angel before you to keep you and guide you. So imagine, let's say this interstate I'm on right now. You got 20 cars right here, and all of them Christian, heavy-duty followers of Christ. That 20 car spread is going to be protected. It's 20 folks praying to God that seek God daily, every day. Yeah, he's going to look out for them more so than the people who ain't calling on him. That's not saying he not going to look on the people that don't call. Because he said he sends rain on the just and unjust. Right? He look out for the people who don't call on him too. The mobsters, the gangsters.
Welcome to Alabama.
The extortioners, the beast people, the pedophiles. He look out for them too. Why? Because he's giving them a chance to right their wrongs. And guess who's going to right their wrongs? Him. He's going to make your wrongs right. You can't make your wrongs right without God. Because he's the person that forgives you. But you going to forgive yourself? That ain't going to do nothing. Forgive me. Forgive me, Houston. That's how y'all think? Oh, he's just a good person. You know, such thing as a good person. We all done things that we're not proud of. But get somebody who did everything that he's proud of. God is proud of his creation. And at the same time, he's just like any other father. When his kids mess up, that's not why I made you. I didn't make you to do that. I didn't train you for that. I trained you for this. But look at you. And God is so good that he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance though. I'm gonna give you a chance to right your wrongs. I'm gonna give you a chance to call on me. I'm gonna put YouTube videos out, spreading the love of Jesus Christ. I'm gonna put rebuke videos out there. I'm gonna put a video out there so when you're doing wrong, you just scroll through your phone and then you just pop up on there and he's like, you should not cheat on your wife. And then, yeah, I'm gonna put stuff like that out there for you to pay attention to. Through who? Through us. Now, does it make sense now? I can't put it no better way than that. We are the world. We are the ones to make a better place through Christ. Let me add that part in there. You see, that's the problem with motivational music or motivational speakers. You can get out this hole. You can work your way up out of this hole. You can have that $1 million house. Now he get telling you to trust in yourself. So you got to know the difference between a motivational speaker and somebody that's trying to lead you to God. And then you can start making your era better. I don't care if it's something simple as walking by a piece of trash and picking up 3 pieces in your path. God sees that. I think God don't see none of that. All the time he's not expecting you to clean up the whole neighborhood. Why? Because he's expecting us to do it together. Holy crap. Ain't that easy? We make it hard. I got to take care of my family. We all say that. And I spread it too. Home first. Well, you got to take care of home first in order to help somebody else. That's biblical. A man got to know how to run his house well in order to get anything from God. But here's the problem that a lot of us face. You see, there are Christians that's going to backslide and turn from God, and there are going to be people later on in life that are going to turn to God. I mean, there are Christians that are going to backslide and turn from God, and there are going to be people who are not Christian in the future. They're going to turn to God. That's why God doesn't want us to look at people like, you piece of trash, or little children, keep yourself from idols, or you are better than him. You see, that's us. That's all us. Like, we'll look at Beyonce. It's no way I'll be doing what Beyonce doing. Do you got the money that Beyonce got? You ain't been in that situation yet. You ain't been there. There's no way I cheat on my wife and I got $300,000 in my account. You ain't got $300,000 in your account. How in the world you know what you're going to do with $300,000 until you get $300,000? And can I tell you the truth? God is not allowing a lot of people to get $300,000 because He know He want to keep your soul wholesome. That's why a lot of people ain't making it. Let's put it this way: if God gave Steve Harvey, Warren Buffett, all these people millions of dollars, He had a plan for them to do something with those millions of dollars. Now, if they didn't do what they're supposed to do with it, is that God's fault? No, God gave it to them to do what's right. Now, do you get the picture? Hurricanes and tornadoes are nothing in nature we can do nothing about. We're trying to make plants. Make clouds and stuff. We're just making stuff worse because we don't trust God. We don't like us go through droughts. So we're gonna make clouds ourselves because we don't trust in God. That's what it's all about. Do you understand, people? Instead of just taking the famine. Maybe sometimes God sends a famine to see what people would do in times of famine. You ever watch movies like Mad Max and movies about the end of the world when everything's shut down, and it's how people without God start stealing people, start eating, because started turning to cannibals and stuff like that? You know why that's going to happen? Because lack of God. Lawlessness. People who don't have God on their heart. Now think about it. During this time frame, a lot of people are going to receive the mark of the beast. Now check this out. This is so good in regards to God. Let's say you're a Christian and you don't get the mark. Now watch this. Watch this. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't worry as a Christian. Watch this. He said the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the just. God will make those people with the mark. I ain't saying that's how it's going to happen, but He'll make those people with the marks provide food for you. Look at that, John. Look at that. You ain't got to get the mark. You ain't got to get it. No harm, no foul, ain't it? He said, I will bless you in the presence of your enemies. You see, you can use that for every aspect of your life as a Christian. That's why God tells us not to worry and not to put our trust in ourselves. But at the same time, He tells you to help one another. He tells you to love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus did. The lady at the well, He's like, you're a Jew talking to me, a Samaritan woman. You shouldn't do that. Jesus was like, man, you don't get out my face with that. I'm here to tell you the good news. I don't care what they say. Racism been around. Jesus was not supposed to sit with the Samaritan woman and talk with her, but He did. It's wrong in the eyes of the people, but it wasn't wrong in the eyes of God. Because God wants everybody to come to the knowledge of the truth, right? Do you understand, people? Missionaries serve their part. People that work at McDonald's serve their part. People that work at the auto parts store serve their part. People that work on that truck in front of me serve that part. I serve my part. The person behind me serve his part. Now think about ants. He says, consider the ants, you sluggard. Consider the ants. What do the ants do? Do they only worry about themselves? If an ant go out and find a chicken bone with a few pieces of meat on there, he'd be like, oh, this is pretty good. Let me go tell the rest of them. So he go get the rest of them. And they take all that bone and marrow and the leftover meat, and they take it back to the hive so it can feed who? Everyone. Consider the ants, you sluggard. And that goes for every last one of us. Look out for the welfare of others. Why the world is so better and a better place? It's a bad place. I'm telling you right now, it ain't God. It's us. It's always been us. And not just us, the fallen ones. Just like God left a remnant of the angels that are loyal to him. So think about all the angels that are still up there doing what God wants them to do. They still around him. We're the angels that they down here on this earth as demons and evil spirits and stuff like that. That's what they are now. God didn't even totally destroy them yet. And they got free will to spread their evil. Guess what? We got free will to spread our evil too. We ain't no different from the angels. We different in God's eye, but you understand what I'm saying as far as free will is concerned. What makes us different from an angel? We still got to be obedient to the same creature, same creator of the universe. You see, we so backwards in this world, even like Mother Earth. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I believe the earth is alive. I don't know if it's a mother or a father. I guess it's unisex. The earth is, because it can do everything without us. If we die right now, the earth gonna keep going. The earth don't need us. You do know that, right? The earth does not need us. God can keep the planet in order by putting some animals on here and making sure stuff stay in order. He don't need us at all. He put us there to enjoy this beautiful place. What am I getting at? So why are you going to give credit to a mother when God did it? Mother Nature is looking out for us. Shut the hell up. God is looking out for you. God put that plant there. The creator, the creation more than the creator. Let's say it is a mother. It still ain't her that made herself. The earth didn't make itself. The earth just appeared out of nowhere. No, God made the earth. And it works for him. Think about the seas. The sea level is dropping, but it's still full. And we can't figure out why. Where that water coming from? It don't rain that much on the earth. Where that water coming from? Mother, shut the hell up. God, I get so tired of it, people. We reference everything other than God. And like, I don't think God has a problem with you thanking somebody for helping you. Thank you so much. Glory be to God. Man, some people don't just say about that. It's okay to thank people. You know, it might let them know they're doing a good. May God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But you weren't supposed to worship them. And the thing is, you weren't supposed to get dependent on them. You know, think about the projects, for example. You know what the projects were designed, why they were designed? It was designed for you to get back on your feet and go your way. But people started living there, and they started accepting those handouts and that little cheap rent. So they started blowing everything else. Now, like in Mobile, they finna tear down this project place and put an airport there. People are like, they kicked us out. It wasn't designed for you to stay there forever. Just like the earth is not. But those project homes weren't designed for you to stay there forever. They're designed for you to learn how to manage your funds and get back on your feet. Now you're mad because they like, you done had 20 years or 40 to get your life in order, and you're not doing it. Guess who else is like that? God. Who do we get that characteristics from? Him. Do you understand, people?
There's a speed trap ahead.
I'm trying to tell y'all the truth. It's up to you to listen. Let me pause and I will continue.